No, they're all dead. They're all dead.
All right, I'll go look.
No, please don't leave me. They'll kill you too.
I'm not afraid.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our spooky episodes of Opinionated Lushes, where we are reviewing some movies, and we're not a movie review podcast. So tonight we are bringing on another guest to help us review Friday the 13th Part 2, and that's Mike and Tabby from the Gray's Taproom podcast. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
How are
do you want to talk? I'm good. Do you guys just want to like plug right away so that no one that doesn't listen to the end of the episode still knows who you are?
Yeah, get 'em fast.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Go right ahead.
You can just visit our link tree. It's Twitter or X bio.
One of those.
Linktree / Grace Taproom Podcast 2. All of the listening platforms are there. Anywhere you listen to your podcast, you can find us on all the socials: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, and whatever the other one is.
Twitch, I think.
Yeah, we're on
every now and
Twitch.
again. Yeah.
If we go live, we're on Twitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, all over.
Oh, then you can find our radio station, Taproom Radio.
Yes, at Truly. Finish the link because I forgot.
Stream.trulyradio247.com/8004/stream.
That's the one. And also our
Wow.
Patreon, patreon.com/Grace Taproom Pod.
Where you get all the good stuff.
And all those links will be in the description. Ha, we got them. Okay.
Yes.
Shows on our page.
Tabby, what are you drinking tonight, and what's your costume?
Oh, my costume tonight is a Viking warrior.
Ooh, nice.
And I am drinking Shipyard's Smashed Pumpkin. Shipyard Brewing Company Smashed Pumpkin. It's an ale with, of course, like spices, like cinnamon and nutmeg and pumpkin. It's very good. I'm very picky on my pumpkin beers, but this is excellent.
Ooh, I'll have to try it sometime.
Yeah.
Very seasonal.
Very. Mike, what are you drinking, and what is your costume?
I am dressed as a dad who is bummed about having to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work on a Saturday. And I am drinking twisted tea.
It's very dad-like.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, to our YouTube watchers, we have new Dawn Marie Throat Goat Twisted Tea stickers. So be on the lookout for those.
I need one of those.
It says
have
it's
been
made
drinking
for
Twisted
throat
Tea.
goats. Wait, I can't get it to. It says made for throat
well, that is
goats,
not
and
me.
then Twisted
Tea
Tea is Dawn
Dawn Marie.
Murray because she's the throat goat.
Yep. Jessica, what are you drinking, and what's your costume?
I'm drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon Strong, just because it's cheap and almost 6%. And my costume is, wait for it,
You're
no.
Jason!
Jason!
The burlap. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
This
was a
is before
dish
the hockey
towel.
mask.
This was a dish towel. I'm gonna be honest, it's been a week, okay?
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I have a hockey mask that I made.
Oh, I have a full Jason costume, but I didn't think that was appropriate for this episode. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're early. We're still early, Jason, at this point.
Yeah. I'm drinking just bubbly. It's like water. It's just fancy water.
Static
There's no
water.
flavor. Yes. But okay,
I
listen.
enjoy it.
Listen. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's delicious, okay? And I can't drink right now because I ran out of alcohol and I haven't had time to go to the liquor store. And I am Alice with the robe right before I get
Very
killed.
nice.
Wait. There's my knife wound in the head.
It was
Very
an ice
nice.
pick, I think.
It
Yes.
was.
No, she had the ice pick, but didn't he do the knife?
It was an ice pick.
Right.
He picked up the
Ice
same
pick
ice pick
right
and she
in the
set
head.
it down
Okay.
on the stove,
Okay.
and he grabbed it while she was in the.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
Professor Plum in the library with the candy stick.
I'm just saying, like, if that's the way you go, it's fast. So thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I rather, like, compared to, like, some other deaths. I'm just going to read a quick synopsis and anything I found interesting about this movie. So months after Alice beheaded psycho killer mother Pamela Voorhees at Camp Crystal Lake, survivor Alice is still traumatized because of the murders. But there is one I gotta get my voice right. But there is one problem. Mrs. Voorhees' son Jason never drowned and died. So he saw Alice behead Mrs. Voorhees. Jason finds Alice soon and murders her. 5 years later, a camp counselor and training program begins at Packanack Lodge, right near Camp Crystal Lake. As teenagers in the program start snooping around Camp Crystal Lake, they start getting killed violently, one by one. And that is Friday the 13th, part 2. And all I found that was really interesting was when Jason crashes into the window to grab Ginny, the actor, Warrington Gillette, actually got hurt because it wasn't breakable glass.
Oh.
So,
Oops.
yeah,
That's
so
the
it didn't
80s for
break,
you.
and he hurt himself. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. That was funny. But yeah,
Whoopsie.
That's called method acting.
right? I love old horror movies like this because all the effects had to be practical. People really
Yes.
let their creativity shine when they don't have access to like something that might make the job easier, you know?
Yeah.
Right. And then they didn't have the time to test it out and to see what works and, trial and error.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about 80s slasher movies.
I mean, they kind of started the whole, trial and error of seeing what works and what doesn't work to pave the way for us. But again, they had to see what works and what looks best on screen.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it was one and done. Like it was like,
Yeah.
this is all you get, so you better do it right.
I've actually been on a movie set, which I have credits for on IMDb, and this guy gets shot by a gun, and we had squibs on him, and I got tested first with them because I was the assistant special effects makeup manager, and so she put them on me. We tested them. It was great. And so the whole time they said action, and me and my the manager herself, the lead, we're both going, please work, please work. We get one shot at this because it's going to spray blood all over. Please work. And it looks awesome. So it is a one and done sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it. But this isn't my favorite Friday the 13th movie. Kind of mid.
It's actually
Kinda
one of my
mid.
least.
Yeah, I can see that. It was a Friday the 13th movie. I don't.
Yeah.
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 So, what were your guys'
Lackluster.
favorite scenes in this lackluster Friday the 13th movie?
One that sticks out to me is the where the wheelchair guy gets killed. Like he and I'm gonna go ahead and jump to that because that's my favorite death scene as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because he smacks him with the machete, like it's not the sharp end, it's the blunt end.
Well, that's how hard he was. Like, it was the momentum, right?
And then he goes rolling down the stairs and doesn't flip end over end.
I dare somebody to try that in a wheelchair and tell me you don't fall and
Get
bust
Nick
your
on the
head
phone.
open.
Get your best friend Nick. Get your brother Nick on the
He
phone.
would too.
Make sure he wears a helmet. It's for science, not
He
to
doesn't
actually.
need a helmet.
I've never.
He's in the army. He doesn't need a helmet.
I've known him for like 25 plus years, and I've never seen him with a helmet on his head before.
That explains everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the flex you think it is.
Well, you tell him that. I've been telling him that since we were kids.
Well, do you have a favorite? Wait, okay. Do you have a
Do you
favorite
have a-
scene, Mike?
I do. It's the
Okay.
When the credits roll,
the Paul and Jason. Yeah, yes. When I can take the DVD out. No, I like the fight between Paul and Jason at the end.
Where
Yeah.
he has like half the shovel.
Yeah. Pitchfork.
Yeah.
It gets really close there, you know.
Yeah. I like watching people try to fight Jason in all of the movies.
They
though.
fail completely.
Every damn time.
Mhm.
So great.
Well, I mean, okay, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, at least if you're gonna die, you might as well die valiantly.
And
Yeah.
trying.
Because if you run, he's still going to catch you. And if you try to drive off, your car's not going to start.
Right. Which it never does.
So, I mean, go with plan C.
If you hide, he knows where you are, and he'll go
Yeah.
to the next play. He'll make you think that he doesn't know where you are, but he's actually one step ahead of you, and he knows where you're about to run, and then he'll plant himself there and just appear.
He must be a hell of a chess player then.
I bet he'd be awesome in the Olympics at walking.
Him and Michael Myers.
Put him in the 40-yard dash, but he just has to walk. He would gold medal every damn time. Every time.
I never understand that. The trees aren't even that thick, and like no one can see where he is ever, even when he's like
Right.
not that far away. I'm like, they're not that thick. Like this
He's
isn't
hiding
like a
behind one
Twilight
building.
forest. This is like skinny ass trees that the
He's the-
skinny people couldn't fit behind to hide.
He's the ultimate predator. He can just camouflage naturally. He's the ultimate predator. He's the apex. I mean,
With just like the burlap sack on his head, like that was
the
Yep.
white burlap sack
You-
in the brown forest.
Okay. Let me try and figure this out. So he died when he was 10.
Yes.
So he still has that childhood mentality. And you know, if you play hide and seek with the kid, they cover their eyes.
And you can't see them.
You can't see them.
You're invisible then.
So maybe that's what he's doing.
That's why they put him in Mortal Kombat. Okay.
exactly.
That explains that.
You can't see me.
He's John Cena. Jason Voorhees is the original John Cena. He just walks through the woods doing this.
That'd be great. I mean,
That
John
would be-
Cena's an actor now. Can't they just? He could be in the next Friday the 13th.
He'll be the next Jason.
Yeah, he's the next Jason. We're gonna petition for it.
The Invisible Man.
Or that, yeah.
He'll just do the whole franchise.
Exactly.
Anything invisible. Don, what's your favorite scene?
It has to be when Jason, after he kills Alice, right? And he turns around and he grabs like the tea, like the kettle, and like takes it off. Like, why? Like he's just being so generous. I laughed. It's my favorite scene.
Humanize the goons.
Oh, yeah.
Humanize
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees.
You can humanize anything. Like, let's be honest here.
Even Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, apparently.
He just doesn't have manners, okay?
Being
Jeez.
a gentleman.
Yes. He didn't want to set a house fire. Like,
Well, no.
Yeah.
Because then that would ruin his work.
exactly. He just wanted her dead.
Yeah, pretty much. He had a goal. He had a goal, and he set out and he did it.
He might have been
So-
thinking
Yeah.
about that kitty cat, too. He might like cats.
And dogs.
No, he does not like dogs,
Who?
Jason.
He didn't
Yeah.
kill the dog.
I know, which actually that
he-
might be my favorite scene as the dog comes back at the end.
Yeah.
The dog didn't die.
Right.
There
Yeah.
you go, Jess. The
Well,
dog
that's the
didn't
thing.
die.
I wish Sonya. Okay. Oh yeah. For our listeners out there, you might have noticed a lack of someone here. Sonya had, couldn't make it tonight. I'll let her tell why. Probably next podcast episode. She's okay. She's okay. But yeah. So she's not here. But this is one of those movies where I think Sonya would have been like, because she doesn't care if people die.
I don't know.
But if the dogs die,
Yep.
Yeah.
it's the end of the world. So
Yep.
I thought that, this one would have been a good one for her to watch.
Absolutely.
That's just torture, Jessica.
Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of think the dog dies partway through. Like, what is
Yeah.
this? The dog? It looks too mangled. I can't tell.
Well, the dog, he walked right up to Jason's feet.
Mhm.
Like, right up to him. So,
Stunt double. I don't know.
John Cena.
John Cena.
My favorite scene was any scene Paul was like in, because he like gentle parents everyone. It's amazing, right? Like he knew they were just curious kids. They're just, doing the thing. That's fine. He's gonna make sure they're all safe. He's not gonna punish them. He's gonna make sure they know they learned their lesson. He's talking to them. He knows they can do it. That's the thing Paul does. He knows they can do it if they just work hard and put their mind to it. And he just believes in all of them to the point he's willing to talk to the cops and vouch for them because he knows they're good kids.
And their weed is better than his.
Yeah.
I know. He compliments them even when they're not there. They're doing illegal things. He's like, oh, well, at least it's high quality. Like, good for them.
Did anyone else think that Paul looks a lot like a very young Jeff Daniels?
No.
I don't know why, but he looks like a very young Jeff Daniels to me.
I have to see what Jeff Daniels looks like.
Dumb and Dumber?
I mean, when Jeff Daniels had like the blonde hair, I can kind of see that. Like
Pre-Dumb and Dumber.
arachnophobia. Yeah.
Pre-
or even
Pre-Dumb and Dumber.
that. Yeah. No, for sure. But yeah, I loved like even at the end, he's fighting Jason. He's doing his best. He's a single mom that works 2 jobs, loves her kids, but never stops. Okay.
We both just died.
Throwing hands at the Crystal Lake Killer. He's a survivor.
Okay, so we talked about our favorite scenes. What was your least favorite scene in this movie?
Oh,
do you want to go
first?
Okay.
When the sheriff is chasing the kids through the woods.
Jason
through the woods. That went on a lot longer than it needed to.
That was one of mine.
Yeah.
It did. It was really long.
Oh, that was my second favorite scene. Because I was like, why is this cop so fit? I was like, the longer he ran, the funnier it became. Because I'm like, how is he still running?
How is he still breathing?
I know. I'm like, he's not even panting at all. He's climbing up. I'm like, wow, this is the fittest cop in the world.
If you think it's funny, it's better because you can actually play the entire Cops theme song to that whole chase.
Oh, that's amazing! See,
we need to test that
that scene.
So imagine Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Playing in the background.
I was
while
thinking
chasing
Benny Hill.
Jason through the wood. Oh, the Benny Hill.
Well,
Well, they'd have to be zigzagging a lot more.
oh, he
But
was doing
still.
plenty of that. Like he would grab a tree and he'd look like, where'd he go?
I mean, just a little bit of video editing and you could make it.
Yeah, you just mirror the shots every once in a while. So he's running back.
That's the TikTok right there.
There you go.
That's one of mine. One of my other ones is the girl, just because it's super fucking cringe, as she tells the guy in the wheelchair, she's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some things. I'm like, girl, boo, you don't need to get nothing. Just go. She goes back to her cabin and she's searching, pulls out the silk panties. I'm like, that ain't sexy. Those are not. No.
It's
They weren't.
1982.
No, at one point she's outside, right?
And
She's,
she has no butt.
No, and it almost looks like there's a gap in her crack. Like it's not just a crack, it's like a gap. And you see the wind kind of blow the underwear up.
Yes,
and I'm it's making like a bubble in her butt. Like that's not sexy. Like she needs something more tighter to hug the crack because it's a wide crack. That's fine. That's probably because she's skinny and the cheeks are just muscle. But I'm just saying.
Oh no, that's yes, 100%.
That's not why her crack is widened.
It's for other movies.
Oh, wrong movie. Sorry.
Wrong movie. But what gets me is she sprays so much perfume on herself. She sprays her neck, sprays her wrists. You too.
I write notes, and that is one of my comments because
sprays in between her chest, and then she puts the cap on and thinks about it, and then sprays her coater.
She's like, maybe he's one of those men that will do that. I mean, it's like what?
Gross. You don't do that.
No, that's how you get infections.
I was going to say, that's how you get a yeast infection.
But we didn't have education like that back then.
No.
That's true.
No.
Hey, live and learn.
I mean, gosh. Like, and I want to know what kind of perfume it was. Like, I am very invested on what that smells like for her to be covering herself in it like that.
It was Axe body spray. Shower in a can.
Oh my gosh, that like brings back memories of the entire like hall of my high school right near the gym. It was like every boy just sprayed themselves with half a thing of Axe every day. I don't understand it.
Welcome to the haunted house industry, ladies.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was rough.
Yeah. No, it's so bad. But I think those two are my least
Yeah.
favorites.
I think when she sprays her crotch, then you hear the Old Spice whistle in the background.
Product placement.
When she front farts, it makes that noise.
Oh, maybe that's what it's for though. A little queef, and then it
Yeah.
just like smells like perfume.
No, her queef is the Old Spice
Oh.
whistle.
So it's like one of those Glade air fresheners that every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So she just refreshes the room by like sucking in air. She's just like because she has control with a muscle tone like that. She has control. So she's
And with
like
enough room in her panties, she has plenty of control.
plenty of room to hold it. And then just every once in a while, she's like, and then just why does it smell so nice in here?
Yeah. I bet it was
Welcome.
Wind Song. You're
Well,
welcome.
Dawn, what's your least favorite scene?
Okay, so you know how Jenny is trying to escape, like after she like tried to like tell Jason like that she was his mother, which was weird. So she gets it like in the car, right? And she's trying to start it, and of course the car doesn't start. Jason taking the pitchfork and putting it in the middle. Like no one drives in the middle. Why are you trying to stab someone in the middle? You go with the driver's side. No. They were stupid. He was stupid. That annoyed me.
Yeah.
I have another one to follow that one. Jesus Christ, why? When she
It's
kicks
all
the
least favorite scenes.
No, when she kicks the door, the passenger door, and he fucking flies. Like what?
Adrenaline.
No, but is she like Sylvester Stalloning? Like
Adrenaline. Adrenaline.
It was also kind of on a hill. Maybe he just kind of tripped.
he wasn't stable. He wasn't
He
stable.
It's one of
wasn't
those
stable.
Tree roots sticking up out of the ground like in our backyard.
Yeah,
Goddamn
could be.
trees.
Okay, well, my least favorite scene is the main focal point of most slasher movies. But I'm just saying, I feel like they could have incorporated it better into the story. Was Terry feeling the need to skinny dip in the middle of looking for her missing dog in the forest? I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a slasher movie. We have to show some TNA. We have to show some TNA. I feel like there was probably like something more, you know, a
That we're missing
shower
editing.
scene or something. They could have group skinny dipping. I don't know. But like, it's the middle of the night. Your dog is missing, and you're like, oh, there's water. I'm just gonna strip.
Maybe
And
the dog fell in the water.
My note says, "Who swims naked, alone, in the dark, in a lake?
I've done that before, actually.
Alone?
Alone.
Well, you're a guy though.
Yeah,
That's
you're a
true,
guy.
too. Because like, what's the first thing that happens to her? She gets sexually harassed.
Yeah.
And then my next note says, when he grabs her clothes and he's like, "Oh, do you
Yeah.
want this?" She goes, "Like, why
Yeah,
are you
she
grabbing
doesn't
your
want
titties? Yeah, but your hoo-ha's all going blah, 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 blah. Like, why?"
Wait, what year did this come out? Was this a full Bush?
81.
Yeah.
So
1981.
maybe she felt more covered there than she did her boobs.
Oh, valid point. She had a lot of shag carpet going on.
Historical context. Historical context.
Right out of the 70s, where the shag carpet was
yeah.
hot and rampant.
Yeah. I've seen those magazines.
I miss the days. I don't want to deal with it.
That must.
We'll bring it back.
I'm down.
Me too.
But yeah, so that was kind of my least favorite scene because I was like, I understand the use of naked women to appease slasher films, I just felt like there's so many. They even had a shower scene in the beginning, you know, like they had so much opportunity. They, you know, people were having sex and whatever. They could have showed tits anywhere.
Well, I think they also kind of like insinuated it, because if you watched her the entire beginning, like before it got to that, she had the crop top with no bra where it just laid right on the bottom of her under boob.
Everybody had that shirt.
And her fucking shorts
Yes.
that creased up her crack. You could see the under boob of her ass. The under ass? I don't know what the term for
That's
that.
the same thing. Same terminology.
Under ass. You know what I'm talking
the
about.
under ass.
And the first thing, what's the first thing that happens to her there? She gets sexually harassed.
Exactly.
By the same fucking guy.
Mr. Popped Collar. And then he grabbed the dog, trying to be all cute.
Who, the dog? The dog was cute.
No, the popped collar
Oh,
douchebag.
fuck that guy.
Now, if it was a dress shirt, maybe, but it was a blue polo. It was a baby blue
Look,
polo.
where I'm from, that is a dress shirt. Shout out to Tennessee.
Good old Rocky Top.
That's right, baby.
Woo!
Where I'm from, that is a dress shirt. We wore them to church, funerals, graduations.
Christmas.
No, we wore pajamas on Christmas.
Fair. But yeah, I found with like Terry's character, like her whole character was just missing dog, sexual harassment.
She didn't have much of a character. It was like, oh, she's here. Oh, her dog went missing. Oh, she's naked in a lake. Oh, she's...
This is
Dead.
definitely a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, I love slasher films. I actually love newer slasher films now because they're kind of fixing this issue with like Terrifier and that kind of stuff. Is they're actually making like backstory to these characters. So they have like a little bit more life to them than just camp counselor who dies.
They weren't even real camp counselors. They're camp counselors in training. Like,
Well, it was like
That's
they had been at other camps, but they needed training for some reason. It wasn't even very clear.
yeah, no, it was not.
Maybe
Like, Paul knew them.
Maybe he was training them to run from Jason. I don't know, or be like prepared because Crystal Lake was the next site
Summer
over.
Olympics.
It wasn't even that long ago. Like the fact that they're like, yeah, no, let's go to the camp beside Camp Blood.
Right.
Like it's like, no, I would like at least 3 camps in between. Thank you.
I do love the Camp Blood reference because that's what Friday the 13th was supposed to be called.
Right.
Originally. I love that they threw that in there.
Okay, I have a theory now that you said that because I didn't actually know that, but now I have a theory. Okay,
love theories.
This is part 2, right? Not
Yes.
a sequel. Part 2. What if they already had the scripts written and they just missed that? They like forgot to change the line in the script, so it just stayed Camp Blood, and they're like just went with it.
No, that
I like
would
that
be
one.
cool, but it was done on purpose.
Why? Because they said after the fact.
Well, no, originally.
It's like I would say that after. I'd be like, no, that's my being smart, not my being dumb. So I don't believe them because I'm a conspiracy theorist now about Friday the 13th. I don't need to believe facts. What are you talking about? It's not true. I don't believe the source. I just need to write a blog post about it, and now it's truth.
There you go.
Can I also throw out there that couple was super fucking cringe?
Yes.
The one, okay, so
The ones that are doing it in the bed and then like,
Oh, the
The-
spirit.
which is my
Spear.
favorite kill, by the way. Like,
We haven't
the
gotten
spear.
to that question.
Well, I don't care because we're talking about it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
But like the spear that goes through the 2 people, like that was epic. I was like, what? And then like the spear disappears and then he goes back with a pitchfork, and that like confused me. I was like, where's your spear, dude? You obviously took it out. Like, where is it? You should have just kept it.
Nah,
That
he
was a
said,
cool spear.
The spear's dumb. I'm throwing it away. Ooh, a pitchfork.
More
That
prongs,
spear went
I
through
guess.
2 people, a mattress, and a box spring. Okay, I'm keeping the spear.
Yeah, but imagine if you did it with a pitchfork instead, though.
Okay. Yeah, but pitchfork wouldn't be long enough. The prongs wouldn't be long enough
Right?
to fit through.
Michael Myers has done it in Halloween 5.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I guess we need a Mike versus Jason movie.
We've been
Yeah,
trying.
her and I have been down this road a whole.
Oh, yeah.
We
we pair them up like Freddy versus Jason. Like we pair up horror movie characters.
I've written a movie where Leatherface crashes in Woodsboro, where Ghostface is. Or not Leatherface, Michael.
No, Michael,
the bus
yeah.
crashes
Yeah, the bus,
in Woodsboro. So I've written that movie. I've written that whole movie already.
I love fan fictions. They're my favorite. Okay. Well, okay. So we are technically a society and culture podcast. So we love to dissect movies for problematic content, and movies this old it's not that hard. So anything problematic you two saw that might not fly today?
Honestly, I didn't see anything that I could tell
Yeah, same here.
besides her spraying her cooter with perfume.
And the sexual harassment.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
that too.
Mine was like the sexual harassment, and like when they were talking about like they were comparing like the girl, like, oh, she must be on her menstrual cycle, like they mentioned that a lot. Like I was just like, why are we talking about that? Like, why are you comparing her mood to that?
Yeah, oh yeah, she's on the, like, when people used to say she's on the reg, it's like,
yeah.
actually no, your PMS starts the week before you're on the reg.
Mhm.
Learn biology. Like, that's always like, it's like, you don't know science. But some of the language was a little off, use of the R word. I choose not to use that. The peeping Tom, which I don't understand what that old guy was like doing. He was just like watching the young adults have sex, and then he just dies.
Yeah,
He was excited.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. He was watching. He didn't see them and go, "Oh, I shouldn't watch this." He would watch them.
that's why you close your door.
Look, I
So-
say it to Gunnar all the time. The damn door's got locks on it. You don't want someone to walk in on you. Lock the damn door.
But it was a window.
Yeah, like
A window.
Pull your shades.
we're at camp. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's like there's all
This is
trees
that
around
safe.
you. That's just the place you expect to know peeping toms.
Right.
yeah.
I was just trying to put it into if it was made today kind of perspective. I mean, I think that they would still use those, but they would make it weirder or creepier or grosser or, kind of elaborate more on it.
Yeah, like they'd point out who's the creep.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I feel like if they redid it today, they'd make the sexual harasser guy, popped collar, like even worse.
Oh,
To
they'd
point
probably
out-
make him grope her and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you can tell watching this that it's not a problem at this time period. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is just funny. It's just funny, guys. Even though she's like, stop, don't. Covering herself. It's like, I feel like, yeah, if they made it, he would definitely have been like a bad guy,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
He
you
would have gotten killed either way.
if you think about it, he is the pop collar douchebag from Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They are
I love
practically
Tucker
the
and Dale.
same person.
Except no, because in Tucker and Dale, he's clearly a sociopath
Well,
and the
yeah,
offspring
but-
of murderers.
Right.
But I
what
mean,
I'm
this
saying,
guy,
though-
But he's still a douche.
I feel like at the point where like you're like, should I go? Are you gonna go? No, you're not gonna go. Well, then I'm gonna stay. Even though the woman's obviously not interested in you, is pretty sociopathic.
right? Like, hey, baby, let's make this work. And then he
And she's
kisses
like,
her,
no,
she
and he's
doesn't want
like,
him
oh,
to-
you just
Yeah.
need more. Like, it's like,
right. So that's kind of what I'm saying. That's the way I, if it was made today, could take that, like, could see how it's taken.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of the language using of the R word, I can, yes, 100% if that was today. But outside of that, I mean, most horror movies are worse today in that aspect of, I mean, they make the characters relatable, hateable, lovable. Like that's how they draw you in.
a little something for everybody.
yeah. That's literally the issue. It's like a little something for everybody.
Yeah.
Some people don't deserve a little something. I did want to say that I feel like Friday the 13th and Jason should all be shown to church kids. Because wouldn't that be like the greatest part of purity culture? It's like, don't have sex before marriage, don't smoke pot, don't drink, underage, or Jason will get you.
Instead of Jason, it's Jesus.
Oh, Jesus will get you. Well, that's what they want, though.
Jesus Vorhees.
They want Jesus to get them.
And he's like covered with the cloth, and then he lifts it up, and he's like, "I'm here to save you, my son."
Well, just like Jesus, Jason returned from the dead in part 6.
Oh, right. He doesn't die. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
and they both
Jason
start with
is
J.
Jesus. Yeah, Jason is Jesus. We figured it out. Conspiracy theory mind.
His mother was single.
He does not like
Yes.
he does not like drugs, alcohol, and premarital sex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
Jason
what I'm
is
saying.
Jesus, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Maybe church isn't so bad after all.
Okay. I'm saying this like a lot of churches do parodies of like pop culture, but make it Jesus.
Oh, I know this.
Churches.
Boy, have I got a movie for you.
If you haven't done Friday the 3rd, what day did Jesus die?
On a Friday.
Whatever day Easter is.
No, it was Good Friday.
It's
was Good Friday.
Good Friday the 13th.
There we go. I don't care what day he died.
We're calling the rights right now. We're calling the rights right now. I'm writing it
Friday
tomorrow.
the 13th with Jesus Voorhees and Mary Voorhees.
Friday the 13th. I love it.
It's a parody.
I can't help it. It just came to me.
Oh, that's amazing.
I smell an audio
And
drama.
no one knows who his father is.
Yeah.
He's just killing the sinners.
Exactly.
Like God
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Oh my
So,
God.
I fail to see the problem.
Did
He
we
doesn't
just-
kill dogs. Or he didn't. So
Did we just piece together the puzzle?
We did.
Like, did they read the Bible and then they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna make a horror movie"?
Well, actually, it's hits blunt. Hey, let's make a horror movie. It's dudes at a church camp. Man, I just got a great idea. Let's finish this weed, and then we'll.
Let's finish this devil lettuce. All right. And we'll
I'm just saying,
Love it.
it's a plausible theory, and
I
now
love
we made we can make, okay, how many Friday the 13th are there now? Like
10.
a million?
Oh, there's so many. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there
no,
was 13.
11.
Oh, okay.
11.
If-
Okay.
if-
If you count the remake.
11 if you count the 2009 remake,
Okay,
which is the
So-
best one.
It is.
that means we could make 11 Good Friday the 13th. So there we go. We're set for life.
Can we combine the Friday movies in it also, like with Chris Tucker and Ice Cube? Can
Why?
they be?
Oh yeah,
Because
They could be the
Friday.
disciples.
Because it's Friday.
Chris Tucker is a disciple, isn't he? In Dogma? Wait, no.
No,
That's Chris
No.
Rock.
That's Chris.
Chris Rock, the other Chris. Ah, damn it.
Hey, he could still be in there.
Hey, Chris Rock. is
There we
awesome.
go.
Well, I mean, you got Peter, you got Paul.
There's
Peter,
a
Paul,
lot
and
of
Mary.
men. We need a lot of males.
We do.
You need a lot of
know.
shepherds, like, we got this.
Hi, Joe Fitz McShane.
No. No.
B word.
No. They're all counselors at this point.
Kill him.
Yep.
Not Joe and Ty.
No. They're the survivors.
Fitz maybe.
Nah. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. That would be a good story to just run with.
I
Did
wonder
so-
if I could like email the local churches and just be like, "Hey, I know you guys get funding, and I have an idea."
Tax exempt.
Let me help you help
Promoting
me, okay?
God.
No,
It'll
the
get-
church. Hold on, the church gets enough money as it is. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck the church.
We need to pitch
No.
it to Paramount because they own the
No.
rights to Jason Voorhees.
No.
And we don't want to
You
get
pitch
sued.
it. You pitch it to what's his face? The popular evangelic guy.
Tim Taylor. No, that Joel.
Joel Osteen.
I was
We
gonna-
pitch it to Joel Osteen.
I was gonna
We
say-
tell him it's like a Hell House, but in a video form, a movie form to scare the kids.
And he can play Tim the Toolman Taylor. That's who he looks like.
He
I was
could play Jesus Voorhees for all I care.
He is
Jesus
Voorhees.
Voorhees.
I was gonna
Jesus
say
Voorhees.
Joel Epstein, but that's the wrong guy. I don't know why. He didn't kill himself. Jason killed him. Proof he didn't kill
Oh my god.
Now I kind of want like a cartoon picture of like Jesus with like a hockey mask on,
Get tired. Okay, give
the cross.
us,
long hair, like
give us,
you know.
give us.
It's in the works.
Yep, it's gonna happen.
Hold on.
You can even do like a halo or something, so he looks more Jesus-y, but he has a hockey mask on. And
Yes.
it's Jesus Voorhees.
You see his beard
Jesus
come out from underneath.
Voorhees, yeah, you know,
I
On
just
Good
texted
Friday the
Ty.
13th.
a little bit of blood if you need to, like, you know.
I just
yeah.
texted Ty. I said I have a project for you.
Nice, nice.
I love this. I feel like every time we podcast, it's always like a brainstorming session.
Oh, it is.
It's the writer's room.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like
yeah.
that.
Speaking of writers, good for them. Good
Is that
strike.
over?
Good
Is
job.
that over
It
now?
is over. It is over. They finally came to an agreement.
Oh,
I haven't heard about that. That's surprising. That I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yes. Yeah,
They came to
finally
an agreement.
Did the actors have their agreement yet or no?
No, the actors do not have an agreement yet, so they might strike. So keep an eye out for that. But
That's
the
why-
writers, the
that-
writers came to an agreement. And I feel like because the writers came to an agreement means the actors are more likely to strike if they're not given what they want.
that's why
Yeah.
The Rock
Right.
was on SmackDown 2 weeks ago because he needs to make money. So he went back to wrestling.
Yes, he did.
He went back to wrestling after being away for 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, no, and they got like all the good stuff. They got, you know, minimums and no AI, I believe, and like
Oh,
that
they got
kind of
no
stuff.
AI.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they got no AI.
Oh,
yeah.
thank God.
Some of the, Stranger Things starts filming on Monday.
Yeah, they started like literally a bunch of shows just were like we're filming right away now that the writers
Good.
Deadpool 3 is back to
thank
production.
Yep.
Oh, thank
It's
God.
almost it was halfway done anyway.
There was a lot of movies that were halfway done when the strike happened, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Let's do
Yeah,
this."
Deadpool 3's kicking back up on Thursday.
Okay.
Stranger Things starts filming on Monday. I'm
My
really sad.
favorite thing about this whole thing is did you guys see Drew Barrymore be a scab? You
Yep.
saw that,
I
right?
did.
Well, guess what? Her writers refused to return.
No.
Yeah.
What'd she do?
She started spouting all of this bullshit about how she
She was
doesn't need.
doing a lot of
Yeah,
this.
she was.
He
running
brought the
around.
show back without writers. She brought the
Yeah.
show back without writers.
Yeah,
She's
she said, "I don't
scabbing.
need writers. I don't need writers. We can do this on our own. I can do this on my own."
She's like,
And-
oh no, what she's saying, like she was doing it because other people relied on her.
Oh yeah,
other
she called herself
on her.
news. She's not
Yeah.
technically news. She's a talk. Like that's why
She's
her
a talk
writers
show, but
were a
she's
part
like,
of the
I'm
strike.
news.
She's
News
a
writers
gossip.
were on strike. Like that's not, you
Well,
know.
get to
But
work,
then,
motherfucker.
but then what ended up happening was she also anyone that was wearing strike supporting memorabilia, buttons, that kind of stuff, were kicked out of the recordings of her shows that she was recording that
Yep.
she was scamming with and like shit like that. And then she did an apology, you know, the no makeup in the poorest looking room of my house apology.
like 3-minute TikTok of the apology. Yeah.
Yep.
And then 3 days later, the strike ended.
Wow.
So now we all know that Drew Barrymore's a scab and her writers chose not to return.
And my
So-
heart is broken because she's a really good actress. Like I thought she was a
now
good
it's time
person.
for her to put her money where her mouth is.
Well, she's been through a fucking lot, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
that part, like it's like we can understand, but it's like now that she's healed and all this shit, it's like now she just doesn't.
Coming from the background she does and starting from the bottom up, like she should know that they
She should
need to
have.
be paid. They
She's been in the business since E.T.
before E.T. Firestarter was
E.T..
before
That
E.T.
was- what year was Firestarter?
82, I do believe.
Oh, so yeah, E.T. was 83. Okay. Well, okay, she's been around in the business for 40 years.
Yeah, she's
She
been
should
around
know
the
this
business.
shit.
But she should have had compassion. All of the actors and the TV show people should have had compassion
But
for
they
these writers because, I mean, they're not making shit, but these actors and producers and big people are making money.
Yeah.
I do want to say John Oliver went out and started doing stand up that didn't disagree with the strike because his show was cut because of the strike to raise money to pay his writers during the strike, and he's been paying them the entire strike.
Aw.
So
is
John
a good guy.
Oliver,
John Oliver. Who is
So
John
I-
Oliver?
Hold on.
British guy.
Is he a comic?
Last week tonight.
Well, he's a comedian now.
Yeah, he has a talk show Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. He was on Community.
British. He's a British comedian.
British guy.
I don't know who that is. I've never seen
Okay.
him before.
Well, he has a show called Last Week Tonight. It's more left-leaning politically, so that's probably why I haven't heard about it, because it doesn't get pushed as much as like the other shows.
Political stuff is far out of my wheelhouse.
That's
Yeah.
Far
It's like think like Seth Meyers, but like British, I guess.
out.
More
So, like,
British.
I just know Seth Meyers from Mad TV or SNL.
SNL. His
Josh Myers was on.
was
Mad
on it.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly,
Too
the
many
less-
Myers.
Yeah. Clearly, the less successful brother.
Yeah, but Michael Myers is the more successful.
Yeah. Well, not the
Okay,
last two movies.
We have this problem in Canada because Michael Myers here is a comedian.
Right.
The face of Sears, because his brother owned one of the Sears chains. I don't know if you don't remember Sears,
Oh yeah.
because
have
they're not a
Sears.
thing
think we
anymore.
have
We don't
like
have
two.
Sears anymore.
We still have it.
I'm gonna
Oh my
Google map
God.
it
It's
right
at
now.
the Green Tree Mall. It's
Well,
still-
Mike
Yeah, we-
Myers was Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Myers rules.
Yeah. Well, he's Canadian, so here that's the first Michael Myers I think of, and then Michael Myers the murderer. I'm always like, I can't. I always picture the comedian first, so it's really funny.
All of our Sears are closed.
There's actually a meme of it's Michael Myers, but the mask he's wearing is Mike Myers'
Yep.
face. It's funny.
Michael Myers should do that before he dies, like a reprise.
Austin
of-
Powers versus Michael Myers.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be great?
No, even better.
And then he comes dressed
Wayne.
as Michael Myers, but then he takes the mask off and it's just himself.
Wayne Garth versus Michael Myers.
So I was trying to keep up with the kills
Mm-hmm.
in this, and then I just kind of was like, oh,
We're back on track.
it's almost time to put on makeup. And makeup took precedence over the kills. So,
Did it though?
no, I mean, it really did.
Did it?
Eh,
Well, it's
The
1981.
kills were all pretty mid. They were too fast, I found.
yeah, they didn't make him suffer.
I like.
They were all really
seeing-
quick.
Yeah.
You don't get to really see a bunch of the kills as like except for the barbed wire you get around the neck
You do?
on the bicycle man.
The guy hanging upside down with the machete
Okay,
on his
I have a
throat.
real
But
problem
they're
with
still
that.
Yeah.
The blunt end.
quick.
Again?
He uses the side of the machete.
Yeah.
He rubs it across his throat.
It was probably a real machete, so that's probably why.
I ain't a bitch. Use the real side. Kill me, please.
They had foam latex in the 80s. They could have done. Tom Savini was the damn makeup artist on it. Why didn't his brilliant quote unquote ass put something together?
Did you guys hear that eye roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Tom Savini.
Oh.
He is so mean.
I mean,
Rumor.
to be fair, the hanging death was like my favorite death because that guy was a fucking asshole.
And he
so I
deserved
was,
it.
Yeah, it was more like a fuck yeah, finally. Like when I saw that death, I didn't care how he died. I was just like, yeah, death, die. So that was kind of like why that was my favorite death. So I'm not hard to please, I guess. Just kill the terrible characters.
Right.
Right.
How weird was it? Like going through your mind of grabbing a sweater, putting it over your body, and hiding your hair to perform as his mother. Like, what made her think of doing that?
Okay, the only precursor to this is the scene when they're in the bar and she's like, well, he's probably, if he lived, he's just a young boy who knows nothing but his mom, and he probably saw his mom die. And so his mom. And I'm just like, where are you getting this knowledge first off? And why is
Right.
like this the first time you're mentioning it all movie? Like, I feel like they should have built, again, slasher character development. It's gotten
learn.
better.
They learned.
But
They learned.
it's like, yes, if they had have like done like maybe she was like a true crime. I guess nowadays, if they remade this movie, she would be a true crime podcaster.
Yes.
And that's how she would know all this.
I have another issue with this movie. It just hit me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5 years after the first one, right?
Supposedly, yes.
Okay. So at the end of the first one, Jason still is a 10-year-old, even though he died in what year? It
80?
happened in the 50s.
55.
Okay. So Jason died as a 10-year-old because he drowned, right?
Yeah.
How come he doesn't look dead parts 2 through 5? And then in part 6, when he dies again, now he looks dead. Also, in part 2, if this is 5 years later, shouldn't Jason only be 15 years old now?
It's in the script.
That's the biggest damn
That's the
15-year-old
plot.
I've ever seen.
It's
Okay, for the record, my 13-year-old is taller than me. Okay,
Well,
so
how
I
tall
guess
are you?
I'm 5'6". He's 5'9".
Jason Voorhees is well over 6 foot.
Okay, so maybe in 2 years, I'll tell you the measurements of my kid, and I'll get back to you.
hormones.
So my son is 16. So he's a year older than Jason, and he's 6'3".
6'3"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Hormones.
like a
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
but he's not built.
Yeah,
Like
he's skinny.
Jason. Yeah, he's a
Jason-
lanky little bitch.
Jason is built like he's at least 28 years old.
Hormones. It's him killing all of those teenagers that gives him the power. He like levels up like Mario. Whip whip whip.
So
Okay,
there's-
I've seen
there's
some of these
mushrooms.
teenagers at my son's school, like they're on the football team, and they're huge. They're like 6'5", they're jacked, they're like 250 pounds, and they're only 15, 16.
There's hormones in our food. That's what's making the children nowadays grow.
But there
I was
wasn't
just
back
about
in
to
the 80s.
say. I'm just like, what the fuck is Jason eating?
Yeah,
Like, imagine him
The water?
not like
Pussy.
in between the kills. He has to eat. What is he eating?
Swamp. I don't know.
He's
Yeah.
in the middle of the like at
Seaweed.
least. Well, it's like in this thing. He's like living in a cabin in the woods, which means he probably has traps. Does he know how to cook meat?
Raccoons, possums.
Or is he just
squirrels.
eating it fucking raw? He's just on an all carnivore diet.
Oh my god, he's a vegan.
No,
He
couldn't.
would never.
no.
not.
The way
He
he
could
loves to
survive.
kill, no.
How dare you?
Hitchhikers. He eats hitchhikers.
There you go. Good old cannibalism. And
He
especially
eats
because
females.
we're
with
eating
birth
the
control.
hormonal food. Yeah. Yeah. Particularly females. He has to double check. Or else he's going to get big damn titties.
Well, he does have a kill count of 164, so
Jesus.
where are all those bodies at? He's not going to bury them. Clearly, he's eating them.
He has shitted them out.
Yeah, fertilizer. That's why the forest is still lush
Growing
with green
and lush.
leaves.
Actually, that's such a good point. Because in his little shack thing, when the cop shows up and before the cop dies, he opens the room and he's all like, "Oh my god, what is all this?" And then he fucking dies, and
Yeah.
the bodies go missing. That's probably his and he cut the guy hanging. What was the first thing he did? He cut his throat as if to bleed him out, like he's gonna do meat.
Oh, yeah. Good.
He is a cannibal.
Conspiracy theory brain, okay? I will find anything and relate it to anything. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Breaking news.
Cannibal. Well,
So-
that's what happens.
The Crystal Lake cannibal.
Did we get to favorite deaths?
Oh, yeah. Do you have a
Mine
favorite
is
death?
the wheelchair.
Yeah, you said yours.
My
already.
first-
Yeah, you said
and my
yours.
favorite.
That's
Yep.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite death?
Hold on, let me open my phone really quick. My favorite kill. Oh, it's the wheelchair. for comedic value.
Okay, like seriously, when I saw that, it was the one thing that didn't look partially realistic. I'm like, they could like at that point, it was just like, okay, like what the hell? Oh, actually, you know what? For the wheelchair part, I just want to say this in this time period for a camp to be that accessible,
Yes.
fucking inclusivity.
But-
Yes, please.
But they didn't have the ramp. Like, where's the ramp?
Just to the dock,
Like-
but they had the ramp into the buildings and stuff.
Not the one he was in when he got stabbed, like when he got hit.
Exactly.
There was no ramp. How did he get up there?
Exactly.
I feel like there was a ramp on the other side. I know there's a ramp into the front door of the main building because I saw that one. If
have
there's
to
only
look.
2 or 3 steps, he could probably even just do those himself, right? If there are 2 or 3 wooden steps with the big wheels, he can just.
With help, he could.
Well,
I mean, we know he's the strongest arm guy there.
How is he struggling so much every time he was arm wrestling? I'm like, dude, you gotta have better upper body strength.
maybe
if you
Maybe
he's
he's-
taking it easy.
Oh yeah, I was like, maybe he's like conserving energy. He's just, or he's playing the guy. You know, you ever did
He
the
could be.
up at him. You know, like that's the way you win arm wrestling.
Gotcha,
okay,
gotcha.
yeah,
He was,
it's like
he was making his buddy look good in front of his girlfriend. He's like, all right, he's gonna get something that if he beats me, so I'll help him out.
He didn't know he was gonna get some until she threw
Crystal
herself
Lake.
on the
Clearly
table.
somebody's having sex.
Okay. See, there's too much subtext going on that we don't have enough context about.
There's
That's
not.
where the movie's lacking, I think. I think it's a great story if we just had the context.
Yeah.
Give us some backstory.
Please redo.
Tell us a little bit more about the main characters.
Yeah, like
Why
I
are they the
barely
way
knew
they
their
are?
names.
Yes. What position in their birth order are they?
What's their sign?
That'll give it away too. Yes.
What moon rising or landing or whatever other things there are. I don't know.
Apollo 13.
Rising.
She said, "What moon landing?"
I'm a Pisces.
What's their
Apollo
crystal?
13.
Pink Floyd.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. I think we reviewed this movie pretty good.
I'd say
Would
so.
you guys tell people to ever watch it?
No,
No.
Absolutely not.
Well, okay. I'm gonna say
it is my. It's in my top 3 of the whole franchise. It is in the top 3 of the ones I hate.
Hate's a strong word.
I don't like it. I really don't like it.
if you like campy, if you like,
No,
new age, not new age.
Evil Dead is campy. This is
Well,
just bad.
I mean, if you want an introduction to horror, that is not like nowadays horror, because nowadays horror is so different from the 80s horror. The 80s horror is like, it's a good like starter. If somebody came to
Yeah.
you and said, I've never seen a horror movie before, where should I start? Would it be one of your recommendations?
No,
No.
absolutely
Really,
not.
I think this would be a good introductory to slasher because the kills are quick. So you're not seeing too much gore, but you're seeing like a little bit, as well as the dog lives. So you think the dog dies for a little bit. So at least you get to evaluate those feelings. Like, could I watch a movie where a dog dies and the dog lives? And then you're like, oh, whew, thank God. And then you kind of can determine that for yourself, whether you can continue with that. I think it's a terrible movie.
Oh, it's
But I think if
No,
you like Friday the 13th, well, you have to watch it. That's part of being part of fandom. Sorry.
Right.
Is watching the bad stuff. And as an introductory, if you can handle this, you can handle harder. So
I mean,
that
I would
be
say
my
anything before 1990, as in like 70s to the 89, that would be, I'd be okay with saying, hey,
I feel like you're disrespecting Scream when you say that.
what I'm saying is a starter horror movie.
Starter of Nightmare on Elm Street for sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that would be like, hey, if you want an introductory to horror,
A slow intro.
exactly.
Yeah, this is for babies.
Yeah.
Like you really have
Yeah.
no previous horror, like not even horror, slasher experience.
Is
Well,
there
you can-
titties? I don't think
the
they
same-
show titties in this one, so this would be
Yeah, no,
definite.
there's
It
there's
does.
titties in this one. Titties and ass.
Yeah.
There's titties and ass.
Yeah.
Harry shows titties in the skinny dipping scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And the bedroom scene with the spear.
There's
Yeah.
no titties in that
Yes,
one, is there?
is.
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just remember the skinny dipping.
It's
I
a
can't
Friday the 13th.
deny.
It's a Friday the 13th movie.
There
More
should
than
be
one
titties.
girl is going to be topless. in
Yeah,
this.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
could-
given.
You can show it at youth group on Friday night. It's okay. Just fast forward,
Yeah,
because everybody needs Jesus Voorhees.
that's right.
Or you just say it's a test.
Yeah.
It's
If
a
you get aroused watching these women's titties, then you're a sinner. And Jesus might get you. So
Jeezin.
Jesus Voorhees. You hear him? He goes, pray. Pray. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. All of the Gray's Taproom podcast links will be in the description below, so make sure. And we're going to be on your guys' live stream. Do you guys want to plug your Christmas charity live stream for us?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. On December 8th, beginning at Friday, December 8th, beginning at 8
8
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern, we will be kicking off a 24-hour live charity event for the Kentucky Humane Society because we love dogs, cats, and all the animals that need homes. We will be directing everyone who wants to donate. We will have all of Kentucky Humane Society's links up.
Amazon carts.
Their PayPal, Venmo.
Yep.
If you want to donate food, money, bedding, anything that animals need, all the donations will go straight to them. So you can't say, well, Taproom's going to probably take some. No, we're not, because we're not putting any of our links up.
Nope.
Everything goes directly to them. They have Amazon wish lists. We'll have the link up for that if you
We'll
want
have
to donate.
everything.
Yes. We have a lot of guests. These lovely ladies will be amongst the guests, among several others.
A lot. We have to
Yes.
stay awake.
Yes. We will. And so on that day, instead of seeing all this alcohol here, what you will see is our coffee pot.
And
is our
energy
coffee
drinks.
maker.
And
Caffeine.
yes,
Pure caffeine and adrenaline.
no food.
Yes.
Because if we eat, we'll sleep.
Right. Well, not. No, I ate pizza last year when we did the 40-hour. I was fine.
No, we had a lot of people.
No, you need cookies, man. You need sugar.
Yes.
Be snorting
fast burning
Pixies.
energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's just to help all the animals that need homes to find homes.
And hopefully we can get some animals adopted.
Yes, we will have links to if you want to adopt, we will post links to that so you can look.
If
for
you're in the Kentucky area.
No. Oh, yeah. If you live in the Kentucky area.
But also make sure if you're listening, there's animal shelters near you that need homes, animals that need homes.
Yes.
The little squishy muffins, give them homes.
Who doesn't want fluffy animals all over their house?
Yeah, I adopted my third cat from a shelter 2 years ago. All 35 pounds of him. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he's a big
You have a
guy.
mountain lion.
That's a tiger.
No, he's more like the diabetes guy.
Oh,
Wilford
He's really
Brimley's-
his name. He's a pumpkin.
Yeah, his name is Pumpkin, and he's bright orange, and he has diabetes. So that's
And he's got the
not
round
even an
pumpkin figure.
exaggeration. I have to go give him his blood sugar medicine after this.
Diabetes.
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 Thank
Well,
you, ladies,
thank you
so
guys.
much.
Yeah, we
For having us
really appreciate you guys coming on. This is our
Yes.
first Halloween month having guests on, so we're really excited because
Ooh.
so thank you guys so much for coming on, and we will see you all next week with a regular episode. Sorry, October's over. Okay. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Anybody wants a last night on the town, now's your chance. Okay, who else? We only have 2 cars. Oh, and by the way, our wanderers have volunteered to stay behind and watch the camp. Isn't that nice of you?